Hey, what's up, gentlemen and ladies? Happy Independence Day to Ecuador and all my Ecuadorian viewers, which I'm sure I have a bunch of. Gotta be at least one of you guys out there. So today I have a Final Fantasy 15 theory for you guys. I know this is a bit weird because Final Fantasy 15 obviously already came out quite a while ago at this point, but this is a pretty interesting theory that I found quite a while ago, honestly, so it's not actually my theory, it's somebody else's theory, but there was something recently in Final Fantasy 15 that actually sort of added a little bit of validation to this theory and that I haven't really seen many people talk about, like, at all. And that is, of course, having to do with Prompto's mother. Now, just before I get into the theory, obviously, if you have not played Final Fantasy 15, then there is going to be spoilers in this video. I don't know what you were expecting, but spoiler warning. So again, this is a bit of an older theory, so some of you guys might have heard of it, but basically it has to do with who exactly Prompto's mother could be in the game, specifically relating to some of the demons, because as we know, and we found out later on in the game, MTs, which is what Prompto is, as we do find out in Chapter 13, are actually born from infected humans that Niflheim takes and turns into demons. It's not really explained very well in the game, I have to admit myself, and to be honest, I didn't even know about this until I looked it up like earlier today when I was trying to find out information for this theory. So yeah, that is actually officially how it works. Take the people, infect them, and then they make them have kids that turn out to be normal humans somehow. Don't ask me how it works. Now, obviously, there is dozens, hundreds, thousands of monsters and demons in Final Fantasy 15, so there really is no way to 100% know who exactly Prompto's mother would be, and the reason why we're saying Prompto's mother is because there was, you know, some theories that, like, Versteel is his father, even though as we find out in episode Prompto, it's not exactly true. Versteel's just kind of like the maker, not necessarily like his father per se. This also could just be the person that kind of like took care of Prompto when he was living in Insomnia in Lucis, because obviously he was a kid, he didn't live by himself, and we do see in episode 2 of Brotherhood that there's somebody that leaves food out for him every single day. Not really sure exactly who, but he just comes home and there's food there, so I guess there's got to be some kind of parent in his life. Whether or not that is the same person that theories about is a little bit debatable, I guess, but let's not get into all that stuff right now. Basically, I'm going to be playing this one scene from Final Fantasy 15 that actually happens a little bit earlier in the game that is a little bit kind of strange and never goes properly explained, at least not in the game proper, which is pretty much where this theory stems from. So you can see right there, this Naga creature basically takes Prompto from the party when they are exploring this cave and is asking about its baby. And then, of course, if you respond that you know where her baby is, then she immediately assumes that you were the one that took it from her, him, it. We're gonna assume her for this theory video, which is very suspicious, the fact that this Naga, who was a human at some point, lost a child, is looking for them, happens to take Prompto, who we know is an MT and whose parents, or mother at the very least, had to also be a demon. It seems very coincidental. And some of you might be saying, I mean, that's a bit dark for Final Fantasy. They wouldn't really do something like this, which, I mean, after all, Final Fantasy 15 was supposed to be a tragedy, hence all of the Shakespearean quotes and influence that they had going on, especially in the old Versus trailers. Whether or not that transitioned well into Final Fantasy 15, well, that's up to you to decide, but there was actually something added in the newest update for Final Fantasy 15 that has something kind of similar to this that makes me think that there's more possibility that this theory actually has some validity to it, if that's how you say it. I can't English right now. So in the new update for Final Fantasy 15, 1 point whatever it is at this point, I have no clue. There's a quest, a fighting quest that you can do against this monster called the Melusine, the Melon Limousine, let's just go with that, which is basically like this weird woman tangled in like two snakes looking thing. I'm not sure who their monster designer was, but whoever it was, I mean, you do you, man. However, the real interesting bit happens after you kill the boss and go talk to the person that gave you the quest to begin with. So this guy, whose name is just Hunter, apparently lost his wife to this Melusine demon. And let's see what he has to say when you go back to talk to him. Yeah, please excuse the terrible voice acting, guys. That's just a standard with Final Fantasy 15 at this point.
We had it out a couple of times, and one night she just up and left. Huh. Now I know why she never wrote back.
So the hunter thinks that the Melusine actually killed his wife, which is why she would have had a note that he gave to his wife. But then, pay attention to what Noctis says to his friends.
So, that demon we fought, you don't think that was actually...
his partner? Yeah, that would explain who she was looking for.
Okay, first of all, I gotta say, Noctis, the guy is like 20 fucking feet away from you. He can still probably hear you. But if we get over that for just a second, they're actually talking about the fact that they think that the Melusine was his wife or his partner or whatever it's supposed to be, and that she got turned into a demon, which is pretty dark, all things considered. The fact that they would even hint at this in this form, but that is like way more than we got for the Prompto one, which I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do it for that one as well. It's pretty sad and pretty tragic, because if you actually look at the Naga boss fight, the entire time Prompto is just going like, ugh, it's this freaking disgusting snake. I hate snakes. I hate this boss. This is so terrible. Why do we get stuck in this situation? And he's just bitching about it the entire time, when there's a very big possibility that that's your fucking mom, Prompto. There's no way that they did that on accident. They have Prompto bitching about it that much, and then the fact that the Naga would take Prompto to begin with, I think that they were hinting at something a lot darker, which is pretty cool. The fact that they still have like these subtle undertones of like, you know, tragedy in the whole game, you know, with Regis dying and Luna dying and Noctis dying and oh yeah, the world getting destroyed. But this is the type of stuff that some people would have expected from like Versus, so it's cool to see it in Final Fantasy 15, even if it's like tucked away and kind of like hidden for only those that were paying attention. Be sure to let me know what you guys think about this theory in the comments, and if you want somewhere where you can discuss this and any Final Fantasy theories that you have, or just Final Fantasy stuff in general, then be sure to check out my Discord server, which I will link down in the description, along with all my other social media, #shameless. It's been really fun having all the new people ever since I made my Discord server public, so if you guys want to join, then please feel free to. But enough with all that bullshit, let's just go ahead and end the video. I guess either way, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to blitz that like button, subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for all things Final Fantasy. See you guys. What are you still doing here? Get out of here. The video's over.